Welcome back to another episode of the Golden Age of Gear with Doey and Jarek.
Yes.
And today we're featuring a really cool piece from my collection. This is a beautiful amplifier built by my pal Brian McNeil, who's based in the Boston area.
Oh, cool.
And when Anna was pregnant with our daughter Joni, our first, Brian and I had connected because he was either, I can't remember if his daughter was born before mine or our wives were pregnant around the same time.
Gotcha.
Or they were anyway, whatever. We bonded over dadness. And we got to talking, and I loved his builds, and he sort of said, I'd love to build you something like what that you don't have in your collection. And so we got to chatting, and I sort of said, like, maybe we do some kind of Tweed basement, because at that point I didn't have any Tweed amps in my collection. I had and since then I got a Tweed Deluxe clone, but this thing is just a total killer. And right after getting it, I hit it like really, really hard with, I can't remember what happened, and he explained it to me like it was like a super low note, it was like a voltage surge, and then there was smoke.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like, stopped using it. I was like, maybe I'll send it back to him. He's like, I don't know, man, it's probably something really simple. I took it in to my repair guy. He's like, nothing's testing wrong, so it's all good. So I pulled the back off it, plugged it in, did the same thing. Lo and behold, it did it again. Only this time I was touching the chassis and gave myself like, big, huge shock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I'm an idiot. I'm just like, take the back off and start poking things while it's plugged in, which you're not supposed to do at all.
No.
Which I now know, like messing around with amps and building and stuff like that, I now know there's some pretty voltage heavy parts in a guitar amplifier.
Yes.
Anyway, so that was pretty funny.
Please don't work on your own amps, folks, if you don't know what you're doing.
100%.
It will hurt you.
Yeah, yeah. And if you are gonna ignore our advice, put one hand in your back pocket, so at least if you get shocked, you don't get shocked across your heart. Hey, so what's your favorite part of the Golden Age of Gear podcast and video with Derek and Joey?
My favorite part is when people leave comments below. You?
My favorite part is when they like and subscribe and ring that bell. That's... Yeah.
Solid advice not to follow.
Yeah.
just don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. But I know there's people like me who are like, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, we had one of our guys here, I think last year, shocked himself building, I think, a D20, and it knocked him out for a day and a bit. Like, we took him to the hospital because we were like, we're just going to go have you checked out because he got whatever, 120 volts, and
yeah,
not good.
Yeah, I've given myself a couple of really, really good shocks working on my amps, and every time I'm just like, don't do that. There's like 300 volts going to the plates of these preamp tubes.
I only did it once when I was younger. I took apart like my first guitar amp. And I was like, what are these? And touched capacitors that were still charged. And then like the kind of shock that where you get shocked and afterwards you're still like, like for about 10 minutes, you're like, everything feels funny and wrong.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I tried to do any of my own work on an amp. I've built circuits and stuff here and done tons of soldering and that, but I do nothing when it comes to when it's
powered up.
Yeah. Apart from play test them, otherwise I'm like, that's not my gig.
Yeah.
So don't need to make it mine.
Yep, that's fair. Anyway, getting back to this.
Yeah.
Turned out there was just one of the leads in the power section got a little too close to the chassis. Whatever. I wound up moving the wire I don't know, a millimeter or two, and it was fine.
Oh, almost like it's cross-talking, like
something like
jumping?
That. Yeah, and it only happened when I hit really low notes. So, anyway, all that to say, we sorted it out, and it was a bit of an adventure. I almost sent it back to Boston to literally have him poke a wire. So I'm glad that we didn't end up having to do that. But he tricked this thing all the way out. It's got all of his mods, all of his sort of add-ons, to the point that I can't even really remember all of the different things that it does.
Gotcha.
But it's got sort of gain boosts and EQ boosts, added master volume, a switchable tube to solid state rectifier.
Okay.
The original Basemans were all at 2 ohms because they ran 410 cabs.
Yep.
So he added a multi-tap output transformer, so it'll do 2 ohms or 8 ohms,
Yep.
which is awesome. And it just sounds fantastic, and it's very It's very,
very, very cool looking. Full disclosure, you brought this here like 6 months ago because we were like, well, maybe we'll do this for Golden Age, and it's been sitting here on the shelf, and I purposely have been like, I'm not gonna plug it in until you're here because I'm not gonna sit and mess around with it because I'd rather that be during this.
Yeah.
But I every time I would walk into the room here, it was sitting just on the shelf, and I'd be looking at it and be like, yeah, I want to try that thing. But,
well, and he uses Harris Tweed, which is like a really fancy textile for suit making, and so it's like it's just all class. And I have a matching 410 cabinet for it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which I should have brought because it would have been awesome. But this 412 sounds fantastic. But yeah, he's just a lovely dude who makes really great stuff. And
cool.
Yeah. Anyways, play it.
Yes, please. Loud. It sounds awesome, but it is so loud.
Should I turn it down?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. Hey, Luke, can your overhead camera catch the control panel? If you can see if you can figure that out. Because I want to look at the controls, which you guys can't see because it's top mount. So does it start life as a Fender and then he mods and builds it into this? Or does he build the chassis and everything himself?
No. Yeah, he builds everything.
Yeah.
From
So
the
it's
ground
just
up.
from I like your purple jewel light on there too.
Yeah.
It's classy.
That's what I mean. Everything about it is really classy. There's a bunch of switches in the back, sort of in between the tubes, if you want to mess with them.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
That's how Derek gets
the
electrocuted.
Ground. What's your ground for?
That's the master volume. So if you pull it. Oh, it's already up, I guess.
No, now it is. So what are the switches in the back, and what do they do? One solid state rectifier versus...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the switch close to the rectifier is the rectifier switch. The one near the output jack would be the impedance switch, and then there's some in between the tubes I think are gain boosts. I'm not entirely sure what they do. I text him to see.
Let's see. Gain boost.
And it's got KT66s in it.
Yeah, gold lions too. Nice stuff.
Really, really nice tubes.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Yeah, very cool. All right.
See if he got back to me here.
I'm gonna take it for a spin. I should mention that our signal chain is into the pedal board, which right now nothing is on, and then straight into the amp. There's no effects loop in the amp. Into 4x12 loaded with WGS ET90s and Veteran 30 speakers. No idea which one is mic'd up, but mic'd up with a Telefunken ribbon and AEA dynamic. Nope. Wrong.
Other way
around.
Telefunken dynamic.
Yeah, AEA ribbon. I know nothing about microphones, so yeah. But that's what we're messing with. So, yeah. Really punchy as well. Like, kind of like the different, like, because the bottom end is very different than that Bad Cat that we just played, but like still very like nice and spanky.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's got like the bottom end feels vintage. Like it hasn't been like tightened the way a modern amp has been.
Yeah.
Which I really like about this amp. It really gives you that old flavor. Yeah.
So we talked about in the Dumble, or the Not a Dumble episode about that bloom that things have. And that's what one of the first things I noticed about this is that like just from the initial like, I don't know what you would call it, but like my initial like
set of
the onset, like once I pluck the note, if you're finger picking, right? Once you pluck it, right within maybe, sorry Manny, okay, within like a millisecond or so of pulling the note, you can feel it like, and you can hear it quickly like kind of bloom up, right? Like feel it more than you can hear it, but it's cool that it does that because that's unique.
I think that's a characteristic that runs through a lot of the old Tweed amps, and it was like, they were built. They're like the first amps that Fender built, so they were sort of less tuned than the later circuits. So they plugging into an old Tweed or something that's inspired by an old Tweed always feels like it's just like humming, ready, like it's like ready to go. It's got tons of gain, it's got tons of compression, and I find them really, really fun to play through. Super exciting.
We'll have to plug into, I've got an old 1960 410 Tweed Bassman. One of the episodes in the future, it won't be for a while, but one of the episodes in the future, we should fire that thing up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, take it for a spin. But how does it take pedals? Like,
let's find out.
Not that much.
It's about to get loud. I'm just gonna check to see if he's given me the manual for it yet.
This is my favorite combination of pedals.
That rocks.
Yeah, it sounds killer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So he builds them in Boston?
He builds, he's sort of around the Boston area. I don't think he's right in Boston itself, but.
Is he like he tries to build and sell through dealers, or is it just like he just builds for people he likes? And
I don't know. I really don't know what his deal is. He's a school teacher by day.
Okay.
So I don't think building amps is his sort of only venture.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got dealers or if it's just a sort of order direct kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
it's very, very, very cool.
Yeah. It sounds awesome. It's killer.
Yeah. So I don't know if he has a website, or do you know? Like, is it?
He's on Instagram for sure. He just told me, because I'm literally texting him in real time, looking for my slide. He said that since his son was born, he's been he's taken a bit of a hiatus from building. I think it's just pretty demanding. So
What?
I don't know.
Children make your life, or make you have less time in your life for other things?
Yeah, who would've thought?
Yeah, weird.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can chase him out of hiatus a little bit with some videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe let me hit it with the tilt.
I was trying to figure out if I'm assuming it's the preamp volume, like the gain.
Yeah.
It wasn't really doing much. Does it only really work if you pull that master volume in?
Oh, I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
I'll have to read the manual. Maybe I'll when I get the manual from him, we can put some information on it in the description or something.
Probably not.
Yeah. No, just flip switches till it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's got a fair amount of sparkle too, like on the cleanup. What? My fingers are done. Yeah, it's pretty killer little thing.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have it back up and running. So,
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet.
Looks great, sounds great.
It really is quite a sight to see with the matching cabinet as well.
Yeah, I've always been fascinated whenever I see anybody who does like upholstery style Tolex rather than just the standard, kind of faux leather wrap that almost all of us as amp companies do.
Yeah.
Really love, is it Milkman that does a bunch of, I think they're one of the people that does like a bunch of different styles of
They might.
wraps. I know they had a really killer, shell pink, which for the record I hate. But for people who love shell pink, when I saw it, I was like, that's the exact thing that everybody who wants this is looking for. I would never own it, but
Yeah. I got a buddy, Ron, who has a company called Cutthroat Amplification. And
Okay.
he's over in Idaho. And he builds almost exclusively brown face amps. Like
Okay.
he's a real master of that circuit. And he and I were nerding out because the early 60s, late 50s brown face amps, the covering they used was different than what they used in the later era of brown amps. And it almost looks pink.
yeah,
Like
mine's
like your Super, yeah.
yeah.
Exactly, and that's my favorite, that sort of pinkish brown. Well, he went to the trouble of color matching it and having a company make a vinyl paint.
Oh, so he could, yeah.
So he actually like gets a roll of Tolex, sprays it with this vinyl paint, and it's like dead on. It's perfect. It's amazing. To me, it's like when you get that vintage color right, it's like Alex Sorokin, who like he getting his gold, the recipe for his gold top paint. And he was saying like, oh man, I got it so close, but it wasn't there. And then he read some article where it was like, take your kid to work day. And this, I don't know if it was a kid or whatever, but they interviewed a lady who worked in the Kalamazoo paint shop. Yeah. And they were like, tell us about your day. And so she just like outlined all the things he does, or she did. And he was like, oh, that's the step I'm missing. And then all of a sudden his gold looks just like the old Gibsons.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so things like that I just love. But
I'm fascinated by custom Tolex and anything that looks kind of cool. And Marshall this year had, at the NAMM booth, they had a Sex Pistols amp that was like fluorescent yellow and fluorescent pink, or like a fluorescent green, fluorescent pink. And I'm like, where did you get that Tolex? Because for any of you guys that care, that are into amps and Tolex and stuff like that, there really is only one or two suppliers for Tolex in North America. Mm-hmm. Like K-Line Processing is the company that makes the Tolex for almost everybody, and then Mojo Tone has some of their own that they do, like their sparkles and stuff like that look like an old like diner chair. Yeah. Really, there's not. Yeah, I mean, correct me in the comments if you guys know of anywhere else, because I have hunted and I don't see anywhere else in North America. There's other places you can get Tolex, but it's almost always just K-Line Tolex sold through somebody else. Like they're just distributors for them. Yeah. And I have searched for like really weird custom stuff. Like Dorian, can you grab me that red guitar off the wall, the one on my far left there? So I've been searching for custom Tolex, and we talked with K-Line about getting some made, and we literally would have to buy between $25,000 and $30,000 worth of one color. Yeah, right. Which, I mean,
when you're doing a one-off custom, you don't necessarily need.
We would have to do thousands of amps in that one color to justify like using it. So
what we need is 1,000 people to commit to buying
an Ibanez Road Flare Red Tolex amp.
Yep. Yeah. And we'll make it happen. But you have to pre-order it.
I wanted to get this custom made because this guitar this is the reissue one, but this is the RG 550, and this was one of my favorite colors growing up, and it's loud and it's
so ugly that it's beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. And it's like this weird color that is kind of like just teetering on orange, but not quite, Yeah. And I wanted to get that made. Well, there's nowhere good to get it done. And then I saw these Marshalls, and I was like, they got custom like yellow, and they also had like hot pink, which is really cool. The only pink we have available right now is like a bubblegum pink. Like it's not shell pink and it's not hot pink. It's kind of in the middle and still ugly. So
don't hold back now. Like let us know what you really think.
When people order it, I'm sorry if you're a Revv customer who's ordered it, but every time I see one come across they almost always come in through the website. I'm just like, buddy, I hope you never want to sell this, because like I don't know who's going to buy a pink amp. I mean, I'm sure somebody will, but anyway, I've been looking, and when I was at the Marshall booth, I went up and I'm up like, what is this? And I realized that they just used like a digital printer, and they like printed it. Like my other company that I have, I could take Tolex over to it because we have digitally printed on Tolex before.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I get one of the JLD 25s covered in a Tolex that has your face on either side?
I mean, yes. Yeah, that's what you want.
I do.
Nice.
I want that bad.
What we can't do yet that I've seen like Zilla Cabs, I think or it's Hero Cabs do it. We can't do the grill cloth like the custom grill cloths yet.
Right.
Our printer doesn't work for that. We'd have to buy different machines, and it's like the minimum cost I think it would take us to get into it is probably like 30 or 40,000. And I'm like, I just don't see that people care that much for. I don't know. Correct me in the comments again. Like if you guys are all wanting to buy custom grill cloths on your. That was a thing for a little while, especially with metal bands that you were seeing them do like a. I don't know, like a mural of.
Yeah. I just don't have $20,000 or $30,000.
Well,
like
it wouldn't
not
cost
even
you. Wouldn't cost
$20,000
you
or
that.
$30,000 for a machine. I just don't have the money.
Yeah.
Can I have some money, please?
Yeah. Yes. Joey would like for you to send him some money to joeylandreth@gmail.com. Is that actually your?
That is actually my email address. Fuck.
Yeah, there you
Great.
go. You can PayPal him. No, so yeah, I was wanting to get something custom, and I saw the Marshall thing, and I was like, man, I should try that again. We actually did. Ben Eller has a 100p from us that is like a zebra print, and we couldn't buy zebra print Tolex at the time, so we just printed a zebra pattern on our machine, and it actually worked out really well.
Hunted a zebra and used its flesh.
We murdered it, laid out its skin, took a picture of it, and then we created a digital file and printed it on something else.
That's messed up.
Just to make sure that it was accurate.
That's what we're going to do with this McNeel once this video is done. We're going to take all of this classy stuff off and just paint it hot pink.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
No.
But yeah.
But yeah, so this has been, I believe the model is the B100.
Okay. Not to be confused with the BE100.
Not to be, I could be wrong, but that's just in my correspondence with Brian.
Cool.
The B100 was mentioned. So I don't know, does that mean that it's 100 watts?
Might be.
I mean, it's pretty loud.
Pair of KT, it's got KT66 in it. I don't know.
I don't know what their
100
output.
watts.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Again, there's
but
comment
it's only
section.
two. It's only two KT66s.
Also, I promise you, if you leave comments, I will answer all of them.
Yeah,
Unless it's shitty. If you're leaving shitty comments.
Yeah, I don't often read the comments because then I spiral into a pool of self-hatred.
Yeah, so. That's why you're lying. That's why you're not wearing a toque today. Is because you saw the Snowcap Joe and you were like,
I was just like, that's why we haven't filmed any episodes in a while because I just haven't been able to do it.
Look, I'm waiting till summer so I don't have to wear it.
That's right. I was going to say something about that.
I don't know. I ruined it.
Man, have you ever read the comments on a Premier Guitar video?
Oh.
I did a Premier Guitar video where they asked me to they're like, pick a guitar riff or a thing from one of your favorite guitar players and talk about it. And so I did Stevie Ray Vaughan Texas Flood.
Okay.
And I played it in open C in my tuning or whatever. And literally at the beginning of the video, I was like, Stevie Ray Vaughan's one of my favorite guitar players. I'm super inspired by him, but I don't even remotely bother to try and sound like him. It's impossible. So here's me playing this song as me. And all the comments are like, sounds nothing like SRV. This guy sucks. Hipsters always have to change their tunings, blah, 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 blah. I was just like, oh my God, why do I even bother? So that's why I don't read the comments. So if you say nice things, thank you so much. If you say not nice things, fuck you so much.
Yeah. But, yeah. I'll read all your comments and then I'll tell Joey the funny ones.
Yeah. Or you can comment mean stuff because whatever, it's good for the algorithm.
We don't really care that much.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the McNeel.
This is the McNeel. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And custom Tolex available.
Yeah, see you next one. See you next one, not on the next one.
Yeah.
Words don't come out of my face hole properly. Can you play us out before I say more stupid shit?
You're welcome.